Gentlemen, welcome on into the Fragrance Lounge. Today's video, we'll be doing the top 10 date night fragrances for men. Stay tuned. Welcome on back into the Fragrance Lounge. Listen, here we teach men how to be the best dressed and smelling man in the room. If that sounds good to you, then do me a favor, go ahead and make a reservation into the Fragrance Lounge. How do you do that? All by subscribing to this channel. And once you subscribe to this channel, then you'll be officially a member of the Fragrance Lounge. Listen, I'll be honored to have you become a new member of the Fragrance Lounge. And if you would do that, we would be so grateful to have you. Listen, all right, let's get right into it on today. Today we'll be doing our top 10 date night fragrances, man, 2023. Let's get right into it. All right, at the number 10 spot, we're going to have from the house of Jean Paul Gaultier. I can't pronounce the last name, but listen, man, some of you may know this, but at the 10th spot, we're coming up with Le Male Le Parfum. Man, this stuff right here, man, this, according to Fragrantica, you have the top notes of cardamom, lavender, your mid, you get some iris, vanilla, and woods. Let's take a spray of this and see what it's like. Okay, so I get, mainly I get the woods and cardamom, a little bit of iris. It's good, it's good. It's not, again, it's not the greatest, but that's because that's why it's at number 10. But nevertheless, if you just want some nice compliments, and remember for date nights, you don't want anything loud and projecting that's crazy. You want something that's, you know, when you lay next to your wife, I'm gonna go ahead and speak that into existence. When you lay next to your wife, married gang, anyways, when you lay next to your wife, you want her to not, you don't want to overtake someone with it. You want somebody to smell you, be like, oh, that smells pretty good. Try that. That's Le Male Le Parfum by Jean Paul Gaultier. All right, coming up at the 9th spot, this fragrance is one of the OGs that started me in the game, the fragrance community. This comes from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. Dolce & Gabbana. Dolce & Gabbana, most of you probably know this, but this is the one, Eau de Parfum, not the toilette, the Parfum. This was released in the year of 2015, and unfortunately, you may know this has been reformulated. It has been reformulated, but still, man, this is the king, one of the kings of date night fragrances. This will always be in my date night fragrance list because this stuff is good, man. This you get this grapefruit, cardamom, amber, tobacco, man. This stuff, like the combination is fire with this one. This stuff is really good, man. Again, you have to overspray it, but it's worth it. Just get yourself, this is a what? This is a 5 ml. Get yourself the big one, and so therefore you can go crazy on your sprays, and you know, not too crazy, because remember, for date night you don't want to project like crazy. You want for someone to come in and smell you. You ever just walk by someone and just smell them, and you get into their scent bubble, like their personal space, and be like, ah, you smell good, man. That's what that one does. That's what that one does. So that's number 9 spot, The One by Dolce & Gabbana. All right, coming up at the 8th spot. Somebody said it. Coming at the 8th spot. That's, are you Italian? Are you Jamaican? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, spot number 8. It is from the house. I'm about to butcher this name. I'm just telling you right now. As long as I've known this house, and I still butcher this name till this day. But anyways, From the house of Majan Francis Kirkjohn, MFK, this is none other than Grand Soir. Man, right here. Woo-hoo! Oh my God, man. This is always gonna be in my collection, man. This stuff. Whew. I get an amber bomb. I don't know about you, but this, man, this stuff is good, man. I get amber. According to Fragrantica, you have amber, vanilla, some tonka bean in here. But man, this stuff is amazing. You're talking about classy. You're talking about elegance. And by the way, this stuff lasts for days. I'll never forget. I sprayed my my sweater one day. I applied this one day, and on my sweater, it lasted till the next day. This stuff lasts for days, man. I'm telling you, it lasts for days and days and days. I sprayed my sweater, and this lasted for 3 days. Now let me. That's good. Let me give you a disclaimer. This stuff does not project more than about 1 foot, maybe 1.5 feet. But for date nights, you don't want a projection beast. You want something that's alluring, something that will pull someone in, something that when somebody smells you, when they get close to you and she sniffs this, I'm just telling you, man, try it. Grand Soir, MFK. On the 7th spot, we're coming from the house of Azzaro. Azzaro, the house of Azzaro. And it is none other than Wanted by Night. Whoo! Nah, I can. Oh my God, man. Let me just go ahead and spray this, man, right quick. God, this stuff is good. Yeah, this is good. All right, this was released in 2018, and you get like a warm, spicy cinnamon tobacco. Man, this stuff is good, man. This is good. I can't really say much. This is, of course, you have the Wanted Parfum, the Most Wanted Parfum. Of course, you have the one before this, the Toilette. But this is good, man. This is an Eau de Parfum concentration. This is good, man. Get this in your collection. Wanted by Night. Go ahead and try this out, man. All right, gentlemen, coming in at the number 6 spot, we have coming from the house of we have coming up from the 6th spot, the house of Montel. None other than, you may know this, Sensual Instinct. Woo! Man, let me go ahead and spray this right quick. Now this stuff, I know this gets compared to Baccarat Rouge 540, but this, to my nose, this has a smoother, more laid back, relaxed. It's not as screechy, it's not as sharp as Baccarat Rouge 540, man, but this stuff is good, man. It's Eau de Parfum concentration. You got some notes of rose, coffee bean, amber, cedar. But man, this stuff right here is nice. It's alluring. It's just good, man. It's just good. You gotta smell this, man. You gotta smell this. This stuff is good. Sensual Instinct. Coming up at the number 5 spot. We're about to get into the bangers, the OGs. All right, the number 5 spot, we have coming from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. Yves Saint Laurent, none other than La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. This, woo, my God. Now, I'm telling you, man, this stuff right here is a problem. Yeah. Just gotta spray this right quick. Man, this was released in 2021. Now, if you're familiar with La Nuit de l'Homme, the original, the OG, this, we all know that the original has been reformulated over and over and over again. But this stuff right here, this smells like the original OG. I think it was 2009 or something like that, 2010. Whenever it first came out, this smells like the OG, just a tad bit slighter, just a tad bit more fresh. But man, I'm telling you, if you're looking for the OG, there's no point of spending $300, $400 on eBay, $150 for an older batch or vintage batch, when you can just pick yourself up a bottle of this. Man, I'm telling you, this right here, this is good. La Nuit de l'Homme, Blue Electrique. This is good. All right, gentlemen, coming up at the number 4 spot, it is from the house of Nishane. Nishan who? Nishane. Y'all pray for me, man. It is none other than 100 Silent Ways. 100 Silent Ways. Man, I'm telling you, this stuff right here, this is good, man. 100 Silent Ways, man. This is, it's good. All right, I get a lot of tuberose and jasmine sweetness. Man, this stuff is good, bro. I'm telling you, you gotta try it out. You have to get this in your collection, man. Date night, attractive, alluring. You just gotta get it. Trust me. 100 Silent Ways, Nishane. The next number 3 spot, man, this stuff right here. Whew. When I smelled this, come on, hold up, come here. Pull your phone close, and I need you to pay attention. When I smelled this stuff, I lost it. I lost it, man. I'll never forget it till the day that I die. I ordered a sample of this stuff. I kept hearing reviews, watching reviews. People kept talking about it, how good this stuff was. Man, I ordered a sample. I sniffed it. I'm telling you, I want to say the next day I went on fragrance, because I didn't have the finances like that to just order a straight out for a bottle. Sidebar, listen, gentlemen, never be afraid to use Afterpay, Klarna, Quad Pay, PayPal, paying for whatever you got to do. Listen, I'm telling you, whichever way you can do it. eBay, you can do it through eBay. Just make sure that the seller has at least 98% of good feedback and good reviews. Then you can, I'm telling you, I've done it countless of times. But enough of all the rambling. When I smelled this stuff, I ordered it the next day. I got this, I'll never forget, I got this out of the Facebook groups. One of the gentlemen was selling it in the Facebook groups, and I had to get it, man. I had to get it. There was nothing else left for me to say. I had to get it. It's coming from the house of Xerjoff. This is one of my favorite niche houses to this date, the house of Xerjoff, and it is none other than Naxos. Man. Oh, every time, bro, man, I get honey, lavender. Oh man, that's really, it says it has bergamot. According to Fragrantica, it says it has bergamot, lemon, tonka bean, vanilla in the base. But I just get lavender and honey, man. Oh, Jesus, this stuff is good, bro. I'm telling you. You have to get this in your collection, man. If you're trying to have a good date night fragrance, if you're trying to be unforgettable, if you are trying to find a wife, the Bible says, he that finds a wife finds a good thing. If you are trying to find a wife if you trying to be somebody's husband, you spray a couple of these sprays on. I ain't no 4 or 5 spray. I'm just telling you now. I spray at least 10 times. Every fragrance that I have, at least 10 times. That's just me. But I'm gonna get my money's worth. I'm not wasting. I'm not spending money on these bottles for me to just be sissy spraying. Nah, I'm spraying. I go heavy on my sprays. To each his own. It is what it is. But I'm telling you, if you don't get this in your collection, I'm coming to find you. That's just that. I can't, there's nothing else for me to say. If you don't have, listen, gentlemen, you gotta get it. You gotta get it, man. All right, I gotta stop because, man, I'm telling you, Naxos, Xerjoff, get it. All right, coming in at the number 2 spot. Now, I told you before, these last 3 fragrances, the Naxos and these 2 coming up, they're all equivalent to me for date night. They're equivalent, and they're really, a few of these are part of my fragrances that I'll keep for life, which that's another video that's coming up. Yeah, that's a whole nother video that's coming up. So listen, you have to get this. I don't care if you gotta save up. I don't care if you gotta borrow money. I don't care if you have to if you have to do somebody's lawn, if you have to wash cars, if you have to, whatever you work overtime, listen, birthday money, celebration, gifts that you, well, however you find a way, you need, please hear me, you need to get this in your collection. I'm begging you to get this in your collection. It's from the house of Mancera. This is one of those fragrances that, you know when you've smelled something and you've been wondering, like, where have you been all of my life? That's this one. From the house of Mancera, none other than Roses Vanille. My God, man. Oh, Jesus, this stuff, man. I can't even talk. That's how good this stuff is, bro. I'm telling you, man. They've been talking about this for years, and I've never really thought enough to get it. I honestly thought it was gonna be one of those rose ouds again, so that's why I was kind of like, let me not just get it. But man, bro, sir, dude, bro, what? That's what this does. God have mercy, this stuff is good. You get roses, you get a lot of vanilla, sugar notes. Fragrantica says it's water notes, whatever that is. But man, white musk, all of it combined together, it's just good. It's just good. And this is the screw top version. A lot of people say that the new magnetic versions are a little bit weak in performance. But this, man, this stuff, now I will tell you this one is good. This is a beast mode. And I know for beast mode, for date nights, you're not supposed to really, you can do whatever you want, it's your money. But if you don't want to offend your lady, your wife, then I would say maybe 3 sprays of this. Go easy on this because this is a monster. This is a monster, a beast. So take it easy, huh? Take it easy. You know, do a couple sprays here. But listen, man, I'm telling you, man, you gotta get this. Please, I'm begging you. Oh, Jesus. That's the number 2 spot, Roses Vanille. And the moment we've all been waiting for, this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. The best, in my opinion, there's thousands of fragrances out there, let alone millions. In my opinion, this, to me, and to my nose, is the best date night fragrance ever created. It's not a niche. It's not even, it's a designer, but it's what we classify in the community as a cheapie. But man, It's just that good. It's just that good. From the house, the company, the brand, Mercedes-Benz, it is none other than Club Black by Mercedes-Benz. Jesus, man. Oh man, when I first smelled this, I wanted to pull a Jeremy fragrance and smash my head against the wall. That's how good this stuff is, man. I love me some good vanilla, a sweet. This is not a gourmand. This is just a sweet vanilla. It's got the opening notes is bergamot. I don't smell a bergamot. They say incense. I just get an amber and vanilla, maybe some woods in a dry down. Oh God, this stuff is good, bro. Man, this I can't even talk. That's how much this is. You have to get this. You have to get this, man. If you want your lady, your wife, your potential wife, your future wife, because I'm always gonna push marriage. If you want your wife to go ham, your future wife, if you want her to go crazy, listen, this is Marry Me. That's what this is right here. This is Marry Me Tonight. This is, if you don't marry me, man, I'm telling you, please, gentlemen, please. I think it's discontinued, but you can always find it on Fragrance Net, Fragrance X. You can find it on eBay, in the fragrance groups. You can find it from your cousin, your sister, your brother, your uncle. Somebody's got this somewhere. Another one of my secrets is always go into the fragrance shops that's, like, you know, the shops that's on the street. Like, I live in New York City, and Flatbush area, there's always Flatbush Avenue. There's these fragrance stores. They have fragrances that've been in there for years. You can always find your gems that you can't find anywhere else that's discontinued in those small, we call it mom and pop stores. But listen, man, please look at the juice level on this. Can you see that? That's how much this stuff is good. Oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy. Please get this in your collection. Club Black by Mercedes-Benz. You won't regret it. That's the top 10 date night fragrances. If this has helped you in any way, go ahead and do me a favor. Leave some comments down in the comment section. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see coming up next. Go ahead and do that, and I look forward, man. I look forward to doing this thing, man. If you want to stick around, do me a favor, stick around and watch this next video. The next video is called the 10 fragrances that women love, man. I'm telling you, they just love this stuff. I'm telling you, if you trying to get married, you trying to get a wife, these 10 fragrances, I'm telling you, women just love it. My wife loves them. So check that video out up next, the 10 fragrances that women love, and stay tuned, man. Until next time, peace.